Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the deal with Smash. I'm a little disappointed by the Byleth announcement. It would have been really cool to have one of the other, like, even if it was another sword fighter, like Dante, Ryu Hayabusa, those would have been cooler.
It just shouldn't be a sword fighter at all. We have like 20 of them. We've got flipping class.
Yeah, like, well, and look at the DLC. Like, okay, so Joker's a brawler. Joker's a brawler. Hero, all of those are sword fighters. So all the variations, but they all pretty much work the same way. Banjo-Kazooie is a brawler, right?
I guess you could call him
he's the classification of a brawler.
I would think so, I guess. I'm not.
He's either a brawler or a gunner, one of the two. Based on their classifications, Terry is a brawler. And then, you know, like you could have put in, like it would probably be preferred to do a gun character, but the rumored characters we were hearing about, a lot of them were sword fighters. So even Sora from Kingdom Hearts was a sword fighter. Whereas like Fulgore from Killer Instinct was another brawler. So, you know, you could have had those, but no. Hell, if you'd actually gone out of your way to make Geno, he could have been a shooter.
Anything if Sora could have made into Smash Brothers, everyone would be like, I want a Riku skin!
Or a Kairi skin.
Oh yeah, because you know they'll want those, like, or like an assist trophy.
Dude, I just barely thought about that. If Sora makes it in, does that mean that it has to be like a weird Sora and Kairi?
I don't know.
So that the
like
never mind, I'm not going to use the word that I was about to use. But so that they are appeased. Yeah, it's just overall it's disappointing. Like they could find a couple of others. Like I said, a couple of the ideas that they had were interesting gunner characters. I mean, like bringing in Mega Man X, sure, it would play a lot like Mega Man, but X is different in ways. You could just work on those differences. Make like or with Mega Man EXE, you could do a brawler gunner hybrid, or a gunner sword fighter hybrid.
There are 4 terminals remaining. I'm counting on you.
Because like 80% of EXE's abilities were like fire sword, ice sword, all that stuff. Even if you brought in Zero, like he'd be an interesting variation of a sword fighter.
And then we can know what he's fighting for.
He doesn't know what he's fighting for, so how are we gonna know?
I don't know. I was hoping that's why we could find
Truly,
out.
Alex. What are we fighting for? Thank you, Editor Drak, for adding in that explosion. All right. So there you go. And I think we have to take care of this one because it's going to be brought up on the podcast, but I think it deserves a little rant from you. I think it's going to be a rant.
I don't know. Will it?
The Sonic movie is apparently going to become a trilogy.
Sega, listen to me very carefully. You're most likely.
Okay, I'll be the Sega employee. Okay, Alex, I'm listening.
Well, I guess I should say Paramount more than Sega, but
it's guys, okay. We're represented by the same people.
You guys are probably most likely going to lose money on this movie. Just make one good movie and hope it does well instead of trying to become Marvel 35.0726. I don't. Just throwing out random numbers because everybody keeps trying.
If you could have added in Stardate, that would have been even better.
Stardate.
Exactly. 427.05. And it would have worked perfectly.
It's not gonna happen. I'm doubting the Sonic movie is gonna make any kind of money. It's probably gonna be a box office.
What's worse is that there is actually a little bit of fanfare for this announcement, even though it's not really an announcement. It's kind of a rumor at this point, or at least that's kind of how they're treating it. And I've actually seen people like, oh my gosh, I hope they include Knuckles in one of them.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like the movie 2 should have Tails, and then movie 3 should have Knuckles.
Yeah, I mean that would be a great way, but it's probably not gonna happen.
But if they screw up Sonic, do you really want them to screw up Tails?
I mean,
and Knuckles? And then they should do a 4th one and have Shadow? No.
Yes.
And in reality, let's just be honest, Paramount is not going to go for Tails and Knuckles. It's going to go for
Can you go
Shadow
across
as the
there,
second
Alex, and activate
movie.
that terminal?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Well, you should have just jumped to the other
I
side.
wasn't gonna make it.
You probably have a better chance of making that jump if you didn't have jumped across there.
What you just needed to do, Alex, is move on through to the other side. But let's look at this from Paramount's perspective. They'd add Shadow in the second movie
Probably.
because that's what they would want. They would want to be able to do that whole evil clone kind of storyline.
And bring in the bio.
The bio lizard.
Yeah.
Even they would find a way to make that thing look more hideous.
Well, that's good because it should. It's the bio lizard. It should look hideous.
Yeah. So, but then Shadow will just look like how the original Sonic looked.
You would just hope that he.
That's why he's evil. He's the original Sonic that everybody poo-pooed on.
You would just hope that nobody would. They won't include Shadow carrying guns.
Of course he'll carry a gun. It's Paramount. You kidding me? They'll find a way to do it. They'll have him drive a Jeep and everybody be like, well, but he's supposed to be like Sonic. He doesn't want to, he wants to run everywhere. Screw that, he's doing a Jeep.
But Shadow's not a Sonic clone. I mean, gameplay-wise, yes, he is.
Yes, he is, yeah.
But story-wise, Shadow is not a clone of Sonic.
Of course not, he's a secret agent
And
for the
then
CIA.
they want it,
No, he's a secret agent for Gun. Get it right.
And then
Didn't they say that Gun's a division of the CIA, though?
No, they never said anything like that.
All right.
And then in one of the next ones, they'll want to include
Come
Silver.
here. Silver. Yeah.
Nah, it's no use.
It's no use.
It's no use!
Take this.
I love the fact that I was all nonchalant about it, and then as soon as I do that, you guys do the line. That wasn't even planned. So, yeah, it's not likely. I agree with you, Alex.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to lose money on Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, they already had to spend a ton of money redesigning the character.
Yeah, it's so much so that the studio went bankrupt.
Well, the studio went bankrupt for a lot of probably different reasons.
Yeah, there were a couple of other reasons despite that.
Because the visual effects industry kind of sucks.
Well,
Okay, jump down to that platform.
I think the better term is that the visual effects industry needs to be properly defined and therefore not taken advantage of.
So you're not gonna go.
Oh, shit.
Because look, I love Lord of the Rings just as much as everybody else does, but when you hear the stories about how when they were working on the one scene where the ring melts, and people were
just try and run and jump across there.
people were literally living in the office and using shampoo in the sinks.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's
3 terminals remaining. Hang in there.
that shouldn't be a thing. That's like I get desire and love for your craft, but that's a whole new level, especially if it could have been avoided. And in a lot of cases, I've even seen Peter in interviews saying, like, yeah, there were probably a few things that we could have avoided if we'd done this and this. So, there you go. But we had that, and it was amazing. And by the way, we also have to thank Alex for giving us a whole year of Funimation
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I'm actually happy. I think I told you this when we did the best and worst, but I'm happy to report the app works a lot better
Yeah, you
than
said
it did.
Yeah, you said that.
So
I'm happy.
at some point we will get around to watching Fruits Basket after like what, O Ranger or something.
I know there's something I gotta do.
We'll get
up
it
here.
done. I would love to have both seasons out before we do it, but I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Because isn't season 2 due this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think there's anything up
I
here.
swear there's something I had to do up here.
What about go up on the upper level again?
All right. Just do the doodad here.
Go up the ladder and see.
Boink.
If only we could get rid of that.
I think the eye's up top, isn't it? No. Oh. Where is this eye at?
Where is the Eye of Sauron?
Where is it, in fact?
Careful.
Where is this horrible malice zit eye? We'll keep looking, but yeah, it's lost to time, apparently.
It's no use.
Come on, little eyeball. Don't do it. Don't. You've already done it. We don't need to piss off the Sonic fan base anymore. I think after about 3 utterings, Alex is required to hit you. So.
Well, you got some bomb arrows.
Yeah, so that's helpful. Especially for Thunderblight. Because, like, he can be zipping around and all of a sudden, hi, bomb arrow to the face.
Maybe turn around some more of the cylinders and see if we can get to another location that we haven't gone to yet.
I don't know where I haven't been though. I've been everywhere.
Let's see. Bring up the map bigger, because it's got its. Are those the ones that we've activated? The terminals we've activated?
Should be the orange spheres, so.
Are those ones we've activated, or?
I don't know.
Because we have 3 terminals activated. Let's assume that they aren't. So at that point, we're talking side rooms on each ring. And I know one of them, I think, is up top. In one of the big canisters that are supposed to be like Naboris' hump.
Yeah, the hump.
But I think you have to access them from the outside, don't you?
Probably.
Yeah.
I can remember how.
I don't know. Yeah, we got the one in the neck. Oh, hold on. We've got a health bar.
Yeah, it's probably a Guardian Scout. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, no. It might be an Eye of Malice on the outside of Naboris.
True. So why don't we try and turn some of the other rings and see if we can get out from another area?
Maybe. Oh, wait. Have we gotten the one that's inside that room? That isolated room?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Go out the middle way opening that we have right now and see if we have. It's one of the easier ones. I don't see why we wouldn't have, but just to be safe. That might work. Ooh. Great, that makes me want to go into... Damn my kids. So we've been trying to show them new TV shows.
Yeah.
Just to get a break from little Einsteins. Just one teensy break. And one of the ones that got recommended to me was a show called Timmy Time, which is basically like Timmy's a sheep who goes to school and learns various lessons.
Yeah.
Except there's no dialogue in it.
Okay.
It's all done in animal voices. So like when Timmy's a little lamb, so he's like eh when he talks, and the teacher is an owl, obviously.
All right, so where am I going?
So turn around to the right. Well,
Okay,
left now.
We'll
yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, that one.
Go to
That porthole right there.
Okay.
Just glide. Whee!
And so the owl will be teaching a lesson, and he sounds like, "Hort, hort, 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 hort." And so now I do that, and my daughter loves it.
Okay.
Oh, it's not activated.
Okay.
So we
good.
just need to rotate it so that we can activate it.
I did the wrong one. I don't know which one.
And actually, I think you're going to have an Eye of Malice in here, too, so... There we go. So here's our 4th terminal.
There are 2 terminals remaining. Stay focused.
Yep, okay, so those are the ones that you haven't gotten. Those orange dots. So now that we have that clarification, we can approach the map from that way. So now we know, and knowing it's half the battle. We know this stuff. So yes, and let us know you guys' opinion. Do they really need to do a Sonic movie trilogy? Do they really?
I mean, there's potential there, but I doubt they're gonna be able to do it.
Can we just see? Okay, here's my response, and it's the same response that I have for Avatar. Can we just see how the second movie did, and then determine whether or not they get the additional movies? You know, I remember way back, you know, like the 3-movie deal, the way that I understood it in the early times was you watched to see if the first movie did well, and then you added 2 movies onto it.
Yeah, that's how.
Because I think that's how the first X-Men movie went, right? Is that it was 1 movie, and then they added 2 more movies.
Yeah.
Can we please just go back to that formula? Because sometimes what you're doing doesn't work.
Yeah.
I wonder if like an eye is just hard to see, but you have to look around the area to see if you can hit it.
Oh, and so here's another thing that we need to discuss really quick because I've already seen a lot of people freaking out about it.
Yeah.
Because it's the end of the world, Alex, according to some people.
Right.
So Final Fantasy VII Remake got delayed.
Again? Shit.
By a month.
Okay, that's
not bad.
That's not too bad.
But the bad news was Avengers. So Avengers got delayed, and it got delayed from May all the way to September.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, so Crystal Dynamics is in a tad bit of trouble. But the funniest thing is, so is the Final Fantasy VII Remake staff. Because this stupid mantra exists on the internet, and I don't know where it started, and I don't know when it will end. If it gets delayed, it's bad.
Not always. Sometimes, yeah, but not always.
It just means it's delayed. It means, and here's the thing too, the Square Enix rep, and Andrea saw me read the story, he gave us a reason. He wanted to do a final polish, or they wanted to do a final polish on 7 Remake.
At least they gave a reason.
They gave you a reason!
Usually they don't say anything.
No, exactly!
What's down there?
Oh my gosh.
Down there, it's just.
Yeah, no.
It's bottomlessness.
It's bottomless. We can't utilize it.
Yeah.
I think you and I tried that and we fell.
I don't remember.
Of course, we played it like months ago. So, at that point, yeah, can we please stop that, by the way?
Now, the time to
That stupid mantra of, like, it's going to be bad because it got delayed a month. Or a day.
The time to worry if a game is bad is if there's review embargoes.
Actually, you know what? You're kind of right about that. There's a lot of reasons to worry that a game might be bad. But here's the one that I have followed and I still think is a good philosophy to go by. If you're interested...
You have to turn the cylinder.
I hate this fucking beast. This sucks.
And you wanted to do it first.
I didn't necessarily want to do it first. It was just convenience. I wanted to do it first to get it over with. I hate this one. This is why I don't want traditional puzzles in my Zelda. Because I'm gonna be here for 6 hours.
Other one, the first one, on your far right.
This one?
Yeah, I think that's your far right. I think that's the one you gotta turn.
Because then I'll get puzzles like these where I'll be stuck here.
Do we want to hand it to the puzzle solver
for
now?
12 hours. I don't remember where the stupid shrines are in this one. I mean, platforms. I mean, nail polish bottles. They look like nail polish. They do. They look like nail polish bottles.
Alex, now channel your inner AJ, and he's trashing the controller. We actually had a viewer tell us to show Alex a video because we don't know what video he was watching, but it was one where Alex, flips out. And I guess it was a big flip out, so that's like one of 20 videos. I really wish I knew which one, and then at that point, we could then just put a link there.
Oh, did you knock yourself out?
I can open it up. I just need to get this moving again.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. It's like, he's restored power. If it gets bad enough, Alex, I can take over and
You might
finish
have
it
to,
up.
because I'm lost and I can't remember where the terminals are.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Have we done that chest?
I
Do we
think
have it?
that one I think had a bow in it.
Okay, so we're not going to worry about that then.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to take a few minutes to get my bearings, but while I'm doing that...